Good morning, everybody. Gotta have coffee first thing in the morning. And it's early. Well, it's not as early as I was doing these a couple months ago, but a couple months ago it was getting light a whole lot earlier. It's early for the last few weeks. I had to wake the pigs up. I've already fed the pigs, and I had to wake the pigs up because they was wondering what I was doing out this early. It was still sort of dark when I woke the pigs up. By the way, it's Bob with Mountain Crest Farm. They were all out there snoozing. I go up there and say, "Hey, piggies," and they're like, "Huh? Huh? It's not light yet. Come back later." If I don't, I gotta feed the pigs before I do these videos. Because if I wait until afterwards, it's liable to get hot and things like that. And a lot harder to feed the pigs when it's hot. That's not harder, I just makes me more miserable. Oh, but this morning, it's not as cool as it was forecast to be, but listen. Hear that? Wind in the trees. The sounds of fall. Temperature's not fall yet. The date on the calendar's not fall yet. But the sounds of wind in the trees, that says fall's about to get here. And if fall's about to get here, it makes it real easy to come up with a topic today. It's sort of a carryover from yesterday. You know, the procrastinating thing. Well, I got news for you. There are some things you simply cannot procrastinate about. And especially out on a farm. Not if you're any kind of responsible person. Because when it's fall, it means it's going to be winter soon. And when it's winter, there's things that if you didn't do them, everybody suffers. Got to lay in some bedding for the pigs. Pigs do a lot of rooting around in my woods. I've got woods. Eating acorns and everything falling out of the trees. And I supplement it with pig food. But during the winter, I keep a good bit of straw out there for them to bed down in, stay warm. So there's that. Now, I'm not putting straw out quite this early. If I put straw out this early, they'll eat it. Pigs will eat anything. If I put straw out this early, pigs will eat it. And I'll have to do it again before winter. So I won't do that until it's cold weather. But there is that little matter of firewood. I think we've discussed firewood before. I have missed what the old farmers say. What you want to heat with in the winter, you need to have cut, split, stacked, and drying by April Fool's Day. I think we're way past April Fool's Day. I go through about 5 to 6 cords of wood a year. That's all we heat with is firewood. I love wood heat. I love the smell in the house. It makes it a little bit dry, which I'm not fond of. Takes the humidity out of the air, makes it too dry. But generally I like heating with wood. But to heat with wood, you've got to have wood. And if you don't have it cut, split, stacked, and drying in time, then you have to spend some of those dollars. Which, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. That's, and okay. But when you're sitting here living in the woods, you've got trees that have come down in storms, and you've got standing dead wood, and you've got a friend that's an arborist and can bring you logs. Not cutting your firewood ahead of time and having it all split and dried is your own fault. And having to spend that money is your own fault. Now, I wasn't feeling much like messing with firewood back April, May, June. To be honest with you, cutting, splitting firewood is a chore. And I really don't feel like doing it now. I can, but I don't feel much like doing it now. But I've got a little over cord cut, split, stacked, and drying, which down here in Georgia, that means I've got enough firewood to get me through. There might be one or two small fires in October, a little bit first half of November. Toward the end of November is when we start getting serious about using firewood. And I've got enough firewood for through November, maybe in the first week or two of December. But after that, there isn't any. So, procrastinator or not, and I hadn't been putting it off because of procrastination. The firewood's just been put off because I just didn't feel like doing it. But now it's firewood time. I had about a half a cord of logs that have been laying out. They've been laying out for 6 months, but until it's cut and split, it doesn't dry very well, so I can't count that as being dry. I got out and split it yesterday or the day before. Got it split, and got to get it stacked, and I've got a little bit more to split. And but I've either got to get back in the woods and get some logs out of the woods, or my buddy the arborist, David, better show up with a load of wood fairly soon. I talked to him last week, and he said, I'll get you a load over there in a day or two. Now, you got to understand, David's day or two is kind of like my day or two. If I tell you I'll do it in a day or two, I mean to do it in a day or two. But there is that thing from yesterday, procrastination. In a day, you need to remind me. Now, Bob, you're going to do so-and-so. I know, I'll get it done. And when you remind me, I will. But if you don't remind me, my day or two can turn into a week or 10 days real easy. And that's okay. David brings me those logs. He sells loads of logs, but he and I don't swap money much. We swap other stuff around. He brings logs. He gets pigs. He comes and cuts down a tree. He gets pigs. But he could sell these logs. Instead, he brings them over to me, doesn't charge me for them. So I can't really complain a whole lot when a day or two turns into a week or two. However, since we're getting close to the end of summer, since the wind is blowing, since it's feeling like fall, not temperature-wise, it didn't get as cool as it's supposed to get last night, but since it is getting fallish, the wind in the trees, and the temperature didn't fall, but it just has a fall feel to it. I can't let his day or two turn into a week or two. I'm going to have to give him a call and say, now, David, I really need those logs because I don't want to get cold this winter. Oh, me. I wish I could figure out. Okay, I hate the summer. Straight up, I hate summer. It's too hot. I have never liked heat. When I was 10 years old, living in South Georgia, with 105-degree days and 90% humidity, I hated the heat. Now that I'm in North Georgia with 95-degree days and 85% humidity, I hate the heat. But I used to like the cold weather. You see how I'm out here now. Short sleeves and bib overalls. This is how I used to run around until it was mid-30s. As long as it wasn't raining and wet or the wind blowing 50 miles an hour, this was 30-degree dress for me. Well, folks, not 30-degree dress for me anymore. I don't hate the cold like I used to hate the heat, but I'm not a fan of cold weather like I used to be. Spring and fall. Spring and fall, that's... Oh, it'd be nice if those were the only two seasons, just spring and fall. But they aren't. Summer and winter are in there too, so. Around the farm, in the fall, you're getting ready for winter, except for the firewood, you better start that early. In the fall, you're getting ready for winter. There's things to do around the farm that you just normally don't even think about when you're living in town. And then come spring, depending on what you do at the farm, there's things to do to get ready for summer. Summer's when you're going to be selling stuff and making some money. Early spring, actually late winter. I don't know what the dates are, official dates for spring, summer, fall, winter, but I think of spring as March, first, second week of March. And during the late winter, first part of spring, you're getting ready for summer because there's summer stuff that happens on the farm that you got to prepare for. Growing microgreens, it's warmed up enough to start growing them again. Although this winter, if I ever get my microgreen greenhouse finished, like we talked about yesterday, I'm going to try to grow them year-round because I've got a market for them year-round. A lot of high-end restaurants around here that like microgreens for dressing up their salads, making them look pretty. So I'm going to try year-round microgreens because I'm the only one around here that grows them. Or that's supposed to grow them. We discussed that yesterday, remember? Anyway, I'm going to try microgreens all winter. But in the spring, you're getting plants started in the other greenhouse, assuming I get it finished. We all know about assuming, right? Lettuces and kale, and that's a nasty word, kale. I can't see why people like that stuff, but they do, and they buy it. Lettuces and kale and arugula and all kind of fancy greens. Again, for the restaurant trade. Don't have too many individuals buy that stuff at the farmer's market. But all that gets started in the spring, so there's early spring stuff to get ready for summer, and there's fall stuff to get ready for winter. I'm thinking about this winter coming up with some kind of a craft. I don't know, soap making. I don't know, some kind of a craft. Spend the winter making things that can sell at the farmer's market. Because our farmer's market here is not just fruits and vegetables. Our farmer's market here is also crafts. Matter of fact, the farmer's market starts before most people have vegetables coming up out of the ground. The farmer's market starts the last week of March, first week of April. Well, there's no fruits and vegetables ready to sell. But people have been sitting all winter making crafts. And everything from bird houses to turned wooden bowls. Just all kind of stuff. And I'm thinking about trying to come up with a craft to do this winter. Spend the winter making them so I can sell them next year. And I got a pig up there that wants out so bad it's not even funny. Fortunately, it's not Roscoe. You know, Roscoe, the 900-pound boar. If Roscoe wants out, Roscoe gets out. You ain't gonna build a fence unless you do poured concrete, you know, something like they have for the large animals at the zoo. You ain't gonna build a fence that's gonna hold Roscoe if Roscoe decides he wants out. So he's laid back. As long as he gets fed, as long as he gets water, and as long as he gets his girlfriends, Roscoe's a happy camper. But I've got another one up there that's pushing on the gate trying to get out. Pork Chop, that's her name, but she's one of my breeding sows. She wasn't supposed to be a sow, that's why she's called Pork Chop. She was supposed to be a gilt that was raised for the freezer. Turned out different. But, you know, she is a royal pain in the rear. And since I've got another sow coming the 25th of this month, 2-year-old proven sow, Pork Chop ain't careful, she's gonna wind up in the freezer after all. I'm serious. I'm tired. That pig is the biggest pain in the rear. Anything she can find to do to just make things harder on you, she does. I'll tell you about her sometime. That might be what I talk about tomorrow. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day on this one. And I hadn't looked at y'all much today. I've been looking off up there. That's because I got pigs on the brain. Thinking about things got to get done ready for winter. Oh, didn't mean to ignore you. Hey. But I'm going to call it, this is going to be about it for today. But, don't forget, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, the live stream. Sorry it didn't happen last Sunday. That was beyond my control. Internet went down. But there'll be a live stream this Sunday. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise or the internet go down. There'll be a live stream this Sunday at 6 o'clock. And don't forget, you need to be at the live stream if you want to participate in the giveaway. Yes, there will be a giveaway Sunday. Those of you who were at the live stream 2 Sundays ago know what it is. And those of you who missed that live stream don't know what it is, but there will be a giveaway this Sunday. Georgia related. Give you that little hint. I know that's not much of a hint. So be there 6 o'clock Eastern Sunday. Some kind of topic around homesteading and a giveaway. And never ever forget, I want y'all to have a fantastic day. And the best way to do that is to never ever forget that the tomb was empty and that he is alive. Y'all go have an awesome day. Try to say fantastic, so I went awesome. Have a fantastic, awesome day. There, that'll take care of it. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.